meeting, May 22nd, 2019. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded for possible playback. Please watch the lesson.
United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Lindenwold.
Here.
Councilwoman House. Here. Councilman Jackson.
Here.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Here.
Councilman Chakotay.
Present.
President Michael Sharp. Here. Mayor.
Here. At this time, we're going to do presentation of police awards. As soon as everybody gets in. Just to let everybody know, right after the presentation of police awards, we're going to be celebrating the Borough of Lindenwold's 90th anniversary with cake, so everybody please stay and get a piece of cake. Chief.
Apparently we had a fire and an accident, so a lot of the guys that are receiving awards are busy doing heroic engagement service in the restaurants. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Council, ladies and gentlemen. This will be our annual awards presentation to the fine, outstanding officers of the Lindenwold Police Department. To kick it off, our first award is a award of meritorious service, awarded to officers Amanda Vogt and Jesus Bonilla. You guys can come forward, please. On July 14, 2018, Lindenwold officers were dispatched to Lindenwold Grocery on Gibbsboro Road for an armed robbery. It was reported that a male armed with a handgun was holding employees at gunpoint while attempting to rob the conjoined check cashing store. Officers Vogt and Bonilla were in the area and responded. The apartment complex is located directly behind the businesses. The suspect reportedly had just fled on foot. Officer Bonilla located a male matching the suspect's description, walking briskly along the fence line of the Emerald Ridge Apartments, and notified Officer Vogt by radio. He then began pursuing the male on foot for a short distance as the suspect discarded a black backpack. Officer Vogt was able to cut off the suspect's path and ordered it into the ground, which he complied. The backpack was located and a loaded .22 revolver, along with the proceeds of the robbery, were recovered. The suspect was positively identified by the victims of the robbery and was later remanded to the Camden County Jail on numerous charges, including first-degree robbery and weapons offenses. These officers are to be commended for their efforts, and they are a credit to the police department and the citizens.
No robbery this week.
This next award is an award for outstanding police work presented to Lieutenant Reynolds, Officers Brennan, Kahn, and Dilger.
Go ahead.
On September 1st, 2018, Officer Brennan was patrolling Gibbsboro Road when his automatic license plate reader hit on a stolen vehicle heading in the opposite direction. Officer Brennan located the vehicle at the America gas station, where he conducted a felony car stop, assisted by Lieutenant Reynolds and Officers Dilger and Kahn. During the traffic stop, the front passenger of the vehicle continued to reach under his seat, and both occupants were ordered out of the vehicle and secured. A search of the stolen vehicle revealed a loaded .357 Magnum revolver underneath the passenger's seat. Both occupants were later charged with several offenses regarding the stolen vehicle and handgun. These officers are being commended for their efforts, and they are a credit to the police department and the citizens of Lindenwold. And our third and final award is an award for outstanding police work. Presented to Sergeant Erico, Officers Lance, Brennan, Kahn, Dilger, Class, and Stippen. January 14, 2019, Lindenwold officers were advised of a vehicle that had just fled from a traffic stop in Stratford. Officer Dilger located the vehicle on Berlin Road and tried to initiate a motor vehicle stop. The vehicle fled from him at a high rate of speed and a pursuit was initiated. Officer Class joined the pursuit, at which point the violator drove recklessly in an effort to escape the officers. The vehicle drove to a dead-end street. The suspect slammed on his brakes, causing the pursuit to end in a vehicle crash. Officers then pursued the suspect on foot again into the woods. Sergeant Erico and Officers Blance, Dilger, Stippick, Brennan, and Kahn arrived and set up a perimeter. With the help of a K-9 and New Jersey State Police helicopter, the suspect was located in a swampy area of the woods, and a loaded .32 caliber revolver was located in the immediate area where he was hiding. These officers will be commended for their efforts in this case, and they are a credit to the police department and the citizens of Lindenwold. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
At this time, we'll take a short recess, and everybody's welcome to a piece of cake. For bearing with us here. We celebrate the birthday of Borough of Lindenwold. Actually, April 23rd, 1929. There you go. Thank you. All right, moving on. Consent agenda. The items listed below are considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold and will be enacted upon in one motion. There will be no formal discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. Entertain a motion for resolution 2019-121 through 126.
I make a motion that consent agenda items 2019, 121 through 126. That's my motion.
Second. Roll call.
Councilman D'Amico.
Yes.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Councilman Chakotay.
Yes.
President Bosher.
Yes.
Next, we have the added resolution 2019-127, a proclamation.
Proclamation for the New Jersey Garden City Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Whereas Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Inc. was founded on January 13, 1913 by 22 collegiate women at Howard University in Washington, D.C. And whereas Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is a private nonprofit organization whose purpose is to provide assistance and support to establish programs in local communities throughout the world. And whereas the programs of the sorority are predicated on the sorority's 5-point programmatic thrust of economic development, educational development, international awareness and involvement, physical and mental health, and political awareness and involvement. And whereas the New Jersey Garden City Alumni Chapter is a local chapter that was chartered on April 30th, 1989 by 25 visionary women. And whereas the New Jersey Garden City Alumni Chapter is celebrating 30 years of sisterhood scholarship and service. And whereas the New Jersey Garden City Alumni Chapter has provided public service to the Borough of Lindenwold for the past 19 years with programs and projects that have had a positive impact to our community, an annual senior citizens luncheon, Thanksgiving baskets to families in need, educational workshops for the residents, hosted prom boutiques with gently used gowns, and donates gift cards to the Lindenwold Middle School for children in need during the holiday season. Whereas the Mayor and Borough Council thank Dawn S. Thompson, President of the New Jersey Garden City Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated for the public service to the Lindenwold community for the past 19 years. Therefore, be it resolved that the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Lindenwold which is to recognize and honor the New Jersey Garden City Alumni Chapter, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, for its 30 years of unwavering service to enhance the lives of others and for being catalysts for change in our communities. Congratulations on your 30th anniversary.
The sorority does so much for our seniors and our community. It's unbelievable. Entertain a motion, please.
So moved, but I would also like to add that I don't know how Dawn does it. I mean, she runs the borough, does day-to-day stuff, the audits, the finance, and everything else, and then managed to be the president of this chapter, and I know they're gonna miss her a lot. So, thank you, Dawn, for all the privilege and appreciate it.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Diego?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hurst? Yes. Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons?
Yes.
Councilman Stroller?
Yes.
President Oshak?
Yes.
Matters for discussion. Anybody have anything they'd like to bring up?
I do, Mr. Mayor, thank you. I'd just like to remind everyone to come out to the third annual Hook Gun Fishing, which will be on June 8th from 9 to noon at Lakewood Park, and I hope to see you there. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else?
I do. Memorial Day, our tribute, Monday, May 27th, 9 a.m. at our park for the tribute for all of our veterans. And also, our fallen veterans, yes. And then our first movie is on June 7th. Ralph Breaks the Internet. So that's the beginning of our summer and our movies. That's all I have. Thanks.
Anyone else have any matters to discuss? At this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public for any questions or comments from the public. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone. State your name and address for the record, and please make sure to sign in before you leave. Please try to keep it to 5 minutes before you leave.
Good evening, everybody.
Is that on? Is that on? Could you check that?
It's on.
Is it on?
Good evening, everybody. I'm here in regards to Arborwood. My mother owns two condominiums there, and 2 weeks ago she called me and asked me to read some papers which she sent by mail to me. And on the paper reads that like the firm of this lawyer is Higgin, okay, it states that her 2 properties have been taken away from her, that she doesn't own those 2 properties anymore, and I do not understand how this is possible when she hasn't signed, paperwork, she hasn't been compensated for any property, and now the money that she collects from her 2 units, okay, is supposed to be sent to this LLC group, okay. She pays taxes. She doesn't owe no taxes. She pays her association fees. So I do not understand what's going on here. I had called the lawyer, Mr. Hagan, many times. I have left several messages with his secretaries, and to this moment, he hasn't had the courtesy to call me back. So I do not know what's going on.
Sir, if you provide me with your information tonight, I'll make sure that Mr. Higgins gets back to you tomorrow.
I was told that last week. I spoke to Mr. Rio. Rio, the tax assessor. He has his office over here, right? Maybe I'm pronouncing wrong his last name. But he told me that he was going to get in touch with him in 15 minutes.
Well,
And I'm still waiting for his phone call.
Okay.
So I think this is ridiculous. What is going on is out of control. I don't know how come government can do this to people. My mother is 80 years old, and she has worked all her life. And this is what she acquired in order to get some extra income so she can live. And now, this is being taken from her, and she's only being offered $16,500 for the unit, which is ridiculous. I don't know if you can get any place for that kind of money, in another place. It's ridiculous, what they're offering.
Sir, I guarantee you, you give him your information, Mr. Higgins will call you tomorrow, or I will call Mr. Higgins.
Okay, thank you so much.
Just before you leave, let me make sure I'll talk to you before. Okay.
Anyone else in the public wishing to speak?
I was here a couple of meetings ago, in regards to Wilson Avenue and the first school. Has anything been done about the situation?
Chief?
We've had officers out there, it's posted on our board to be out there every day. If Lieutenant Mostalski's still outside, I can check progress with him. But as of last week, I know problems have been reported beyond what was initially reported that day. A letter was sent home to the students, parents of the students, in English and Spanish to, advise them not to park illegally on the street, to block mailboxes, driveways, etc. And like I said, to the best of my knowledge, our officers went out, and the only real violation that they came upon that first day after the letter went home were cars facing the wrong direction. But it was kind of a 50-50 mix of people picking up children at the school and residents of the streets themselves. So, my knowledge, no citations were issued. It was kind of a give and take. There were no driveways obstructed, no mailboxes obstructed. But I can continue to check with the lieutenant, but nothing's been reported back to me beyond that.
And that's what the school shared with me too, that they were going to be sending out letters to the parents at the school to let them know that the parking lot was available to use and not to obstruct anyone's property. It's important here.
Okay. When do these officers appear? Do they appear in the morning or do they come in the afternoon?
The arrival and dismissal times are posted in the squad room.
The problem is more in the afternoon where you see them blocking the mailboxes because in the morning they're only dropping off their kids. They're not, they're sitting there talking to people or whatever, and it's at different times that they're dropping them off. Because they start parking at 8:30 in the morning, okay? And in the afternoon, they start parking at 2:30 in the afternoon. So, it's mainly in the afternoon that I'm really complaining about. My mailbox has been all along with somebody in front of it. 9 chances out of 10, you have a car there.
Okay.
Now, should I call when I see a car there?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right, that's not going to do
Absolutely.
that. I hate to do that to people, but it's not fair to that young man. He's got to get out of his truck, and deliver the mail. It's ridiculous. So, all right. I just wanted to see if anything had been done. I didn't know a letter went out. I was not informed that a letter went out.
Yeah, we figured, we'll start with that and, at least send the warning out. And like I said, to the best of my knowledge, there were no infractions other than the vehicles facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, they do that too. I know what you're talking about, the residents. Some of them do that, but a lot of the cars
That's,
from the school.
borough-wide.
Right, I understand that.
Yeah, make sure you get a copy of her address and stuff, and make sure that she gets it so we can just check that. Appreciate it, okay? Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
It's here at 637 Fifth Avenue. I just want to know why nothing is ever done unless I call and complain and send pictures. The neighbors that left the me at 623 is a disgrace. The house has been empty. The weeds are over my privacy fence in the yard. The front too. I guess I talked to Wayne, he was out, gave him a violation, but if I don't call, it can get this high. Nobody does it, I don't get it.
Diane, he didn't do anything Saturday when he was out?
He mowed the lawn, the weeds are still there, this high in the back.
Because I noticed he bought a walk behind the weed line. That's
Yeah,
why I asked.
no, if you look at the sidewalk, it's still all over the sidewalk, the back is a
Did
disgrace.
you give Wayne permission to go on your
I
property?
did,
look in the back?
yeah.
Okay.
I told him I need the back gate open for him when he's going to go over there. But if I don't do that, let me tell you, I live alone, I work 12-hour days, and my house is spotless
I can
outside.
tell you this, I live across the street from him, okay?
It's a disgrace.
I can't say it because he's got a 6-foot fence going across it.
Yeah, but the even the front's a mess.
But if you notice, he always gives tags for the front, so I don't know what he's doing in the
Oh,
back.
the back's on the back.
But I know he was there, he was there all day Saturday, he was there 3/4 of the day Sunday.
Yeah, oh, I know, I saw him out there, but the weeds are still, he didn't touch any of the weeds, he goes along.
Okay.
That was all he did. I don't know.
All right, as long as you did wait and permission to go, you
Well, yeah,
know,
because
take
it's
pictures of it and all.
Yeah, I sent him all the thing, I mean, it's ridiculous. And then my other thing is, last month, when I ripped up my floors and I put the floor outside, I got a violation because I put it out too early. So now that I'm scraping up the floor that was under my laminate, and I did the right thing, I put it in 2 trash cans, and I called Public Works. And I emailed them, I said I have to, I'm pick it out and put it outside. The girl calls me, she goes, oh, you're at your house, it's not outside. I said, why would I put it at the curb and get a violation? Well, you don't come until Thursday. It's up at my garage until Thursday. Then she said, oh, you know what, just put it in your regular trash, we're not going to come get it. And I said, how am I going to put 2 trash cans in the 1 trash can in my trash? She goes, oh, just put a little bit every day. I'm like, I'm not doing that. So then she calls me back and she goes, oh, we're going to come out. Then she calls back to her, she goes, oh, we'll come out today and get it. I said, well, I'm already at work, I leave my house 4:30 every morning. She goes, we'll go home and put it outside. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't have a cushy job where I can just leave and go. But I don't know what the rules are. You put it out, you get a violation. You don't put it out until you put it in the trash. What do you do?
She was talking to me about it earlier.
Like, I don't get it.
So what's the right thing to do?
Yeah, what is the right thing?
If it's going to be loose, it's going to have to be in a regular borough trash can. You don't pick up any trash cans with the borough.
Correct, I understand, but it's old flooring, which is what you would pick up.
It still
So,
has to be in the borough trash can. Our trucks only pick up those cans.
yeah, but I thought the Public Works, when you come out, when I did the laminate floor, I had it tied up and you picked it up and you put it in. So I thought it was easier to put it in a trash can for you to take it.
The reason we don't take regular trash cans is confusion between, people see trash cans starting to go
But it's
up.
Thursday.
Yeah, but.
They told me to put it out Thursday, put it out early, I get a
Trash
violation.
can in the borough trash can, and that is the rule. That's-
So on a Thursday, I put that trash can outside and they'll get it.
No, they don't. Bulk day, it's a bulk day.
Correct.
Small pieces of tile.
No, it's bulk, it's bulk. It's a whole
You think it's
house.
bulk, but I'm telling you what we made.
What
This
the
is the
definition?
ordinance that we set up. If you put it in your regular trash can, if it's gonna be a trash can amount of trash, put it in your regular trash can, we'll pick that up on Tuesday.
But it's too much, that's what I'm saying, it's bulk to put in that
You said
other
it was
trash
2
can.
trash cans.
Correct.
What size trash can do you have?
They're regular little 30-gallon trash cans.
Okay, they're 96-gallon trash cans.
But my regular trash is in there, so how am I gonna put that in there? It's not gonna fit.
Little at a time.
So I gotta
All the
just,
time we're gonna upside.
I give up.
Little at a time.
Yeah, a little at a time, so I have to sit outside my house in trash cans like scum?
It's the same rule for everybody. You want
Nope, put it in the backyard. We all gotta do
No,
it.
you know what I did? I took it to my sister's house and they picked it up.
That'll
So
work.
I didn't have to have it out there.
That'll work.
Sorry for you inconvenience.
Yeah, it's always, nobody does anything.
We went through it.
Anyone else in the public wishing to
Nothing.
speak? Please come to the microphone. Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion to adjourn. Oh, sorry, you want to say something?
Wait, but it is a big one.
I was wondering, lately, the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of movement, an excessive amount of movement at the park, at Emerson, and.
But if I would've put the laminate,
And they can stand there past dusk.
I did,
And the teacher just screaming, you don't know if somebody's hurting them, these kids do not know how to play outside, and not quietly, but they scream at the top of their lungs. And I was trying to wonder, where are these people coming from all of a sudden, and they're not following the rules by leaving the park at dusk? Is it possible you could put some signs up saying that this park will be vacated at dusk or something, just to let them know?
The people that are coming there are the people that normally use Lindenwold Park.
I kind of
Lindenwold
thought
Park
so.
is closed right now.
Okay.
There's a big field there for them to place the ball.
Well, how long is that going to be put?
Um,
You have any idea?
The contractor started building it, and his equipment broke, and he told me he would be back Monday, and so I was back. I just got back today.
So we might be looking at another 3 weeks?
I hope, yes, probably. Because then after this guy's done, another company comes and pours the mulch.
Okay.
Rubber mulch.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's gonna be a little bit of a process.
Okay.
We want it back as
Is
soon as
it
possible
so
also.
that you can say it closes at 6?
There's no place to put signs up anymore.
Because they're out there in pitch black.
Well,
that's not good. They're like bats, they must be seen.
Chief, if you would, when the guys come past, because I see them pass there all the time, so if you would, just
Yeah,
Jeff the dust,
police
just ask
presence
them
or
to.
something to chase them away.
Yeah. Thank you.
And parents too, or just kids? Kids and parents?
They're kids and parents, yeah, because some of the kids are about, what, like 2-year-olds? Yeah, I mean, on school
Yeah,
night.
I mean, believe it or not, that part is, I've never seen it described as again. They really, most of them are very, respectful and take care of it.
Isn't this soccer field?
No,
It's used as a soccer field.
yes, that's what it used to
And they're
use.
tearing up the grass.
So, I just wanna let you know.
We used to put soccer in all the time.
Put baseball back there, it's baseball, football.
Garden.
All right, any motion for adjournment? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Everybody have a happy Memorial Day, and please hope to see everybody out Monday morning, 9 a.m. at Lindenwold Park for the large ceremony we put on there. So, please stop by.
And the mailing of the newsletter should be June 1st, so please look out in your mailbox for that as well.
All right, thank you.
Anything else for adjournment?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Motion carries. Thank you.